Federal emergency funding helped keep the childcare industry from collapsing during the pandemic, as parents returned to work and providers needed to cover expenses. The $24 billion Child Care Stabilization Program passed as part of the American Rescue Plan Act in 2021. It gave funding to more than 200,000 child care programs across America, a quarter of them in California. Now, those funds are set to expire by the end of this month. That could mean more staffing shortages and higher cost for care.
Fast forward to what's going to happen after this is that number is going to increase. And we've been working to decrease it, and this will be an automatic, not just 2 steps back, but 5 steps back.
Arnulfo Manriquez is the CEO of MAC. His organization provides child development and early education programs in San Diego. He says many providers use the funds to increase their staff's pay and keep the care affordable for parents.
Even if the families are able to pay, or pay more from what they were paying from the subsidy, I don't know if the centers are going to be able to continue to pay better or those higher wages that they were able to pay with these funds.
He fears the loss of these funds could mean a rise in the already high childcare costs for parents, as well as staffing shortages at a time when staffing is already short.
The most impacted from this expiration will be women of color and low-income households in the overall county of San Diego, and so it's basically going to put a bigger stress on the social services and the support systems here in San Diego.
Manriquez says a large percentage of the workers in the childcare industry are women, and 80% of them are women of color, making an average of $14 to $15 an hour. Childcare Aware of America is a nonprofit organization that advocates for policies that improve childcare.
I'm happy to say we are seeing some bright spots around the country and some states that have really stepped up.
Susan Gale Perry is the CEO. She says many states have started to invest more in childcare outside the federal funds.
We need to come to terms with what the fair share is for families to pay, for businesses and communities to invest, and really in public, state and federal dollars to invest in childcare to really get to a sustainable childcare model that really supports all families in the way that they need.
She says the Senate has proposed higher levels of funding in the next budget and hopes negotiations prevail in order to stabilize the childcare industry across the U.S. Tania Thorne, KPBS News.